Welcome back to Further Revealed Podcast. Again, this is Josh and Brendan.
And I'm your host.
Oh, you're the host now.
Brendan.
I thought we were co-hosting.
No, this is me.
All right. All right, we're going to start off this episode with some rapid fire questions for Brendan this time. All right, Brendan, we start easy. Favorite color?
Your favorite color?
Your favorite color?
My favorite color. Wait, wouldn't I ask you?
No, I'm asking you.
Blue. Oh, okay. Blue.
Car.
Toyota Previa. That's how I'm here. What's my favorite? I don't know. Porsche. I feel like, Porsches are nice.
Okay, favorite bird?
Ostrich. Am I saying the first thing that comes to my mind? I don't know. What's my favorite bird? A bald eagle. Bald eagles are nice.
Animal.
I don't like animals. Turtles.
Farthest place you traveled?
New York.
Farthest place you drove?
Grand Canyon.
You drove to the Grand Canyon?
Drove to Grand Yeah,
Nice.
I drove there. That was like 8 hours.
Favorite vacation?
Hawaii.
Future vacation destination?
Orlando.
Yeah.
Next month.
Is that?
Yes.
Big time, huh?
Yeah, we out here.
Do you got a schedule for that, brother? You gotta be out practicing tennis.
No, I'm definitely gonna make time for some tennis. Rockets are coming out there.
Oh.
I might even sign up for a tournament. We don't even know. I might try to make some money out there.
All right.
We'll see.
You got something for me?
All right. Favorite color?
Blue.
All right. Great. Favorite animal?
I'm gonna go with a raccoon.
What? That's a cousin to a skunk. All right. Favorite basketball team?
Lakers, but yeah. I'm not proud to say it.
Favorite song?
Song. That's a hard one, man.
I know.
I'm not a big
That is
song person.
All right.
But I don't know if you call it a song, but me and my sons, we like Chuck Mangione. He's a jazz musician.
Okay. Favorite movie?
Probably Dodgeball.
Oh, probably second to Barbershop. Favorite TV show?
TV show. Oh man, The Office.
The Office. Office is lit.
Yeah.
All right. Dang, I have my last one. Favorite book?
Favorite book?
You can't say the Bible.
No, not the Bible. My favorite book has been How Now Shall We Live by Chuck Colson.
Okay. What kind of book is that?
It's a book that kind of critiques just society in light of the Christian worldview. So that's why it's called How Now Shall We Live.
So it critiques society in, say it again?
With respect to the Christian worldview.
Okay.
So he goes through like all the different phases of Chuck Colson in that book goes through like all the different phases of sin, like the views on sin for the world, and then what the Bible shows, and then like the redemption, like what does it mean to be redeemed, and he'll give a societal point of view, and then he'll give a Christian point of view, showing you how far superior the Christian worldview is in light of how society is. Yeah.
Do you like reading?
Do I like reading? I developed I wouldn't say a love, but like for reading. I developed a like
I'm
for
about
reading.
to say, we are not the same at all.
I wouldn't say I am an avid reader. What I would say is I'm an avid studier. So as I have to study for like sermons and teaching and stuff, I have to read. You know what I mean? So you don't want to just get up there and just start.
Or you could just listen to a million commentaries and YouTube videos. You know what I mean?
My thought process with this though is listening to something you have to listen to it 3 times, where reading it, you can just probably read it once.
Oh, no, I'm not the same at all then. I can sit there reading a passage, probably one paragraph for like 5-10 minutes and be like...
You gotta focus your mind. What I'm saying is like listening to audio is sometimes a passive thing.
Yeah.
Reading is...
more intentional?
You engage.
Yeah, because you gotta read it.
And you can find yourself not engaged while you're reading, but it's less likely, I feel, than...
Yeah, I guess that's true.
When I have on podcasts and stuff, I don't get everything. I know I don't get everything. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I think it's like a 3 to 1. At least that's what I tell myself.
I guess
you gotta listen to that 3 times. But if you read it, you just have to read it once.
Yeah. I guess I'm sure it's something you have to like build up, and then I don't know. Reading is so boring for me. It is so boring.
That's because you want stuff easy, man.
I guess I do.
So
I know audio. You sit there and it's like boom. But I guess reading it like paints a picture, but it's just like
but you said it yourself, like that wasn't the same when we talk about the like listening to the sermons wasn't the same in the pandemic when you couldn't come to church. Right?
Yeah, no, you're 100%.
Because you're not engaged.
Well, I feel like that's different. That's different.
Why?
Though. It's like that's different. That's different.
What's different about that? You're like listening, or its own, but it's just it's a passive exercise.
I guess. I guess.
Right?
I mean, I guess I did like reading when we went through Screw Tape.
That was probably reading, though.
But yeah. But I feel like that was kind of good because it was like, that was new. That was like, even though it was a hard read, that was a super hard read. It was kind of new. I like his like writing style, I guess.
No. C.S. Lewis is like a master, but it was definitely... That wasn't my first time reading through it. So I've read through the School Tape Letters probably twice in college, and then I read through it again. Yeah, so
was that like an assignment or something?
No,
you just read it?
That was just reading.
Well, so why did you like C.S. Lewis? He wrote a good number of books. Why did you choose that book?
Why did I choose C.S. Lewis? I think because. Okay, so C.S. Lewis was a popular Christian writer. So
he did like Narnia,
but in college, I didn't have like a Christian bookstore, and so I just had to go to like the local like Barnes and Noble, and they're not known for like the best
Christian
books. You know what I mean? So when I went there, C.S. Lewis obviously was one of the ones that they had, so I picked up his collection that had like his Mere Christianity, his Screw Tape Letters. He also had like The Great Divorce and some other books in this one big collection.
Okay. That's cool. Do you have like a favorite Christian author?
Favorite Christian author? So I don't know if you would call him an author, right? Because I think a lot of his books are just his sermons.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we talked about J.C. Ryle before.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has that
the book called Holiness.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's probably my favorite Christian author. But again, I read a lot of him because I'm like probably studying for like sermons and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, what about, so kind of like in the Bible, who's maybe your favorite Christian like figure in the Bible?
Favorite figure in the Bible.
Person.
Favorite figure in the Bible. I think we talked about this. I talked about how Nehemiah was my favorite figure, but also I think Nehemiah is probably
Nehemiah.
Probably as good.
Do you feel like you relate to him the most? Maybe.
Yeah, because I just don't. and maybe this is the thing how you see yourself. I just see myself as the average guy, and so I see Nehemiah as kind of the average guy and a guy of integrity. Something that I would like to be. This guy, he just did the right thing, and so I really enjoyed that about listening to Nehemiah's story.
Oh, you see yourself as an average guy?
Yeah, just an average Joe, man. Not nothing.
Average Josh?
Yeah, just not nothing special.
Well, I don't see you as average. I don't know if that makes you feel better. I'm fine. Well, why do you see yourself as average? I don't know. I don't see myself as average.
So my thing is,
because you have like, I don't know, family.
No. And this is my thought about a lot of things. Is like the great majority of us are just average people. It's just, I don't know. I feel like our society wants to make everybody seem like they're extraordinary.
Okay.
And they're not.
Dang.
If everybody was extraordinary, then no one would be extraordinary.
Yeah, because we'll all be the same.
So we all would have to be. Most people will fall into the average category. And so I don't want to like diminish like somebody who has probably like superior talent than me. But when I look at myself, I look at myself as like the average person. Doesn't mean that God can't use the average person to do great things. I think the majority of people in the Bible were just average people.
Okay, so who's one person in the Bible who wasn't average?
Wasn't average?
Other than Jesus.
Wasn't average. But I would say you could look at the Apostle Paul and say he's not average. Because even when he was studying Judaism, he said he's like progressing faster than all of his peers.
Okay.
So you can look at him and like, man, he
was super smart.
Yeah. So it was like even like him studying under Gamaliel was like showing you that he's studying under one of the best teachers.
Okay.
So he's one of the best students, and so he's like progressing.
You're super smart. You're smart. Man.
I'm just an average dude.
Not
There's
average,
nothing special.
man.
There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special. A lot of people want to
You're
think that
you're a lefty.
Okay, so is like 10% of the world.
10%.
Okay.
That already makes you not average.
Think about it. If it's 6 billion people on Earth, if I'm 10%,
It's less than a billion.
Huh?
You're left-handed. If I was left-handed playing tennis, I would already be at a certain level because I'm left-handed. That's lit.
I'm just saying, the majority of people are average, and you probably just be an average lefty.
Wow. I'll be different.
See, but that's what our society kind of preaches at us, that we're different, we're extraordinary.
Cause we are.
But we can't all be extraordinary. You can be good at certain things, but everybody's not the best. You have to have an average, right? You have to have the majority of people just be okay. I'm not saying you have to be a bum, but you most likely you fall within the majority. You know what I mean? You have your 20% that's above average and your 20% that just probably don't try, but everybody else is in the middle.
Man, that sounds kind of tough. So
it does sound like tough, but you know, when you come to the kind of that realization
that we're all just in a utopia.
Huh?
We're all like, I don't know.
Yeah, we all can't be good at everything. So
No, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn. But you can
just
choose.
Killed your dreams.
Yeah, it's like, man, it's average. Well, you can choose not to be average.
You have to be someone of great discipline, right?
Okay.
You know, we talk about favorite movies, man. One of my favorite movies, John Wick, right?
Okay.
So John Wick.
This dude, John Wick.
When John Wick #2 starts, they ask like, why can't we all just, gang up and kill John Wick? You know what I mean? And one of the character goes, John Wick, you can't just kill John Wick is a man of focus. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that was pretty inspirational to me because I'm just like, that's so true. You know what I mean? You have to be, if you want to be great, you have to be a person of focus. Mm. So you have to really dial into whatever area that you want to be really good at, right? You have to spend time. You have to spend time in it. So as I study the Bible, I want to be a person of great focus, right? While I'm in that space, I'm focusing a lot.
Do you, like, when I read the Bible, do you struggle with, like, I feel like there's, like, so many, like, gems, like, there's so many, like, things to learn. It's like, honestly, I'm like, dang, I just read one scripture, I'm like, dang, that's already a lot in one scripture. I feel like, I guess that's, like, one scripture can tell you so much, and it's like,
yeah.
If, let's say you're, like, just trying to read through the whole Bible, you can't take in all that stuff,
Yeah, so you have different you have different aims at reading the Bible, right? I think sometimes people do aim to just read through the Bible.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now.
That's your aim. You have to know that one, you can't get sidetracked with saying that's a good passage. Let me dive into it because
that's not your goal. Yeah.
You gotta be a man of great focus. You know what I mean? You gotta be a man of great focus. Mm-hmm. You have to say that's not my goal. You can star it and say I could come back to it, but your focus is getting
through the Bible.
Getting through the Bible. If that's your goal, you can get sidetracked because you're like, oh man, I didn't know that was there, and I didn't know that came before that. You know what I mean?
Actually, I'm gonna try to do that now. So kind of bookmark stuff.
Yeah, you got to be you got to focus.
Yeah.
When I read through when I was reading through the Bible, when I read through it, it was every time I opened the Bible, I said you have to make progress. Mm. You can't get hung up on something interesting that happened in Jonah. You have to be like, nah, I'm going through.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like that one person that just kind of highlights everything. Like, when you taking notes, it's like, no, you can't. You gotta take a one bit.
I never understood that.
I had one friend that was just
highlight everything. Does it matter?
Exactly.
Like, did that count? You highlighted everything? No.
Color in the Bible, basically.
Yeah. So that person used to get under my skin. You know what else used to get under my skin?
What's up?
When you go to those standardized testing or whatever, and as soon as they hand you the test, you got people writing already, and you just looking at it like.
I don't start writing for another 10 minutes.
Right, but you see somebody that's already wrote half a page, and I'm just like, what are you writing?
And then they pass it. They get a super good score.
Yeah, the proctor just told us to bubble in our scantrons. Look, I'm really dating myself because nobody uses scantrons anymore.
Exactly.
Right. But I used to always get mad at that person. I was like, what can you possibly be writing right now? Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Side question: have you ever cheated on a test?
Have I ever cheated on a test? Cheated. So I have let somebody.
I sure have.
I have let somebody.
Oh, copy off you?
Yeah, and I got in trouble.
That's dishonorable, man.
Yeah. Well, when you got friends that don't really study.
So it was like the smart kid and.
No,
you didn't cover your arm when it was wrong.
Right.
I'll let you see this answer.
Yeah. So, but did I ever cheat? No. I'm always scared to do stuff, man.
Okay, that's great.
I would let somebody else see my paper, but
you would never look at someone else.
No, man. I was always too scared.
The Holy Spirit's like, no.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yep.
Yeah, not for me so much. I was looking at some papers. Now, usually I wouldn't do that usually, but yeah.
Now, I saw some very sophisticated stuff, man.
Nowadays, you can cheat like crazy. You can just download an app and it'll.
I saw some very sophisticated stuff.
Like
we didn't have apps and stuff when, because smartphones were just coming out in 2010, so everybody didn't have a smartphone. But like in engineering class, man, I seen some like weird ways to cheat, man. Weird ways, and people, I was like, if you put the effort into just studying that you put into making this cheat sheet,
into cheating,
you would have no problem.
Sophisticated.
But man, they were sophisticated. Like people, like you get your calculator, and you know how you have your calculator and you supposed to like slide it. You take the cover off, but then you slide.
Yeah, that's when you put
people
the cheat sheet right
all kind of stuff up in there,
there.
man.
Just wear a long sleeve, have everything right, just tat it right here, boom.
Oh my God.
All the answers.
And then the other, so you had that. You had people who, you try to write on their hands. I was like, man, they used to wear their caps like you got and had a index card like tape right here. You know what I mean? It's just, I was like, man, you gotta, like if I was a professor, I would say, y'all gotta come in with nothing on, man. Y'all just gotta come take this test. Because, man, people were finding ways to cheat. But, yeah,
you really gotta, like, think on that stuff. Like, how am I gonna cheat today? All right. Man, how'd you do in school? You're just a straight A student?
Pretty much in high school, yeah.
Valedictorian in college?
No. Again, you fall into the average. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. You're an engineer.
Yeah. But you have talented engineers, and you got your average engineers, and then you got the engineers.
But you're a talented.
Barely made it through.
Oh. I feel like engineers are already not average right there. That's already next level.
But you just got to be disciplined, right? So what? Okay, so you can be an average student. I would say I was an average student, but only for. Did I have the ability to be above average? Yeah, but I had so much stuff going on in college. I got married.
Okay.
I worked 3 jobs in college, so
different right there.
So that's kind of I have had a different time. So that B minus C plus was like great. You know what I mean? Because I used to study with one of my friends, and he didn't have any job, right? And he, of course, he had like way better grades than me, but. That was quite an experience. He helped me out a lot though. But I was always like, okay, I can study for this time, but then I had to go to work. Had to do things, yeah. So getting married in the middle of my bachelor's degree was not as easy for the studies as
yeah. Okay.
All right, what about you, Brendan? You asked me about my schooling. What about you?
All right. About me.
You kind of work 2 jobs. You work 2 jobs while you were in school right now.
Yeah. So right now I'm coaching. I coach tennis. I've been coaching tennis for about almost 3 years. I coach right here in Carson. This is my work uniform, basically. Yeah, it's called. Well, the name is right here, First Break Academy. Yeah, it's funny kind of how I started. I was just taking my little brother to practice, and then the boss, his name is Coach Jerome, I think he was talking to my mom, because I would stand on the court and watch, and maybe they just talked about me, and my mom said, I played on the team or something like that, and I think they needed coaches. He was like, well, maybe he can coach or something like that. And next thing you know, I had a job probably a week or 2 from then, and yeah. And I learned a lot, and now, it's actually crazy, Avi. I've learned so much. I was able to get certified, which costs a bit of money, and I was able to get certified for free. for my last boss. She really helped me do that. And yeah, and now I'm able to be even a private coach and a hitting partner for some people, and yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, and on top of that, what's the name too, right? You take care of your brother?
Yeah, and I'm able to get paid from doing that as well.
Yeah.
Through Cambrian Home Care.
How's that? How's the experience taking care of your brother? For you guys don't know, Brendan has a special needs brother, so he's
the one who walked through the camera.
But you take care of your brother, and so how's that going? It's his older brother too. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so used to, like, we've always, like, just been together, so I'm so used to that. We just gonna go everywhere together. And yeah, I don't. What do I say about that?
Like, do you? How is it like understanding him? His mannerisms, because like sometimes I look at Mark and I feel like you guys see something I don't.
Yeah.
Like just for instance, like today, you saw something that I didn't see. Like he was having an experience, and you was like, you can't do that, Mark.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see it. So how is it like?
I can
catching those
I can see it in his face.
Okay.
Like once his face gets once he starts to make a face where he kind of just doesn't smile, that means that you gotta really like talk to him. Because he's not just gonna be chill. So, like autistic, people with autism. Well, like Mark is he's high function. He's like pretty high function. He does everything. You would know he's autistic maybe the second question you ask him, because he'll say hi to you. He loves to say hi to everyone. He loves to say hi to everyone. He'd be like, "Where's this? Like, where's
He'll remember
if you're associated with somebody, he's like, "Where's that person? Why is it just you here? Where's where's your brother or whatever?"
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, he's pretty cool for the most part.
Has taking care of Mark aided you in your spiritual? Has it taught you anything like patience?
Oh yeah, it's
kind of
definitely
long suffering with people.
Yeah, it's definitely taught me patience. Like as a kid, he would like do certain stuff, and I would just get instantly like upset. I'm like, oh my gosh, like whatever. But yeah, now it definitely has taught me patience. Because there's been some like some bigger stuff that's kind of happening. I feel like God has helped me like be able to handle these situations.
Yeah.
I guess, and if I wasn't around that situation, the average person would know what to do because they just don't know how to. Yeah, because autistic people are just like everyone else. They're not. I guess people think that they're maybe so far gone that they're just like almost not human. Like Mark is still a human. He still knows right from wrong, just like everybody else. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things. He knows right from wrong. I don't know, maybe you see somebody on the street, they still know right from wrong. Yeah, so he's just like everyone else. He still battles with the stuff that we battle with, even like, if you want to be real, even like sexual desires and he still gets angry when he can't have his way with certain stuff.
Yeah.
Certain stuff makes him more, like simple stuff might make him more mad, but he still deals with, stuff we all deal with.
Yeah, I think that it's a blessing seeing you interact with your brother and taking care of him, making sure that he's one that he is one of God's he is God's creation. Mm-hmm. So you treat him with the dignity and the respect that a person that's made in God's image should have. So I think that's a lesson that it teaches a lot of us in the church as we as we grow to love and embrace Mark. But what you're able to do is a real testament to how we need to treat people made in God's image. And so, and that's something that taking care of special needs people kind of reveals to us, right? Is that the type of dependency that he has for you is kind of the dependency that we should have for God. You know what I mean? Like God is going to take care of us. God is going to make sure that we are presentable before Him. You know what I mean? Through His Spirit. So just seeing how you interact with Him really helps us out. But I think we'll probably end it right there, and we'll catch up a little bit on the next episode.
All right.